Hello, my name is Starlight, and welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you were able to get out in nature somewhere today, and Starlight actually has to still get out today. In my area, it was kind of a rainy day, and so I still have to get out this afternoon. And anyway, I really want to reach out to all of you beautiful souls out there and see how you are doing. I hope you're taking really good care of yourself and, eating healthy, get some exercise, and make sure, you get enough sleep and, take care of your loved ones. Make sure you're there for your husband and wife, that is if you have one, or boyfriend or girlfriend, or anybody that's there loving and supporting you. And make sure you're being kind to anyone out in public, at least, understand that everybody could be, not everybody, but there's some people out there that could be struggling and going through a hard time, and you don't want to add to that, right? So really just, be very kind to people. Give them a friendly smile, a hello. And if you see somebody struggling, hey, give them a hand and help them out. God will bless you in the long run anyway, as long as you do it with your heart, full-heartedly. And anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And you can find me on YouTube, and that is Starlight. And that's Kathy with a K, Dingman, Starlight. Kathy Dingman. So anyway, besides checking out my YouTube channel, also you can give this video a thumbs up. You could share my video with a cat, a dog, a guinea pig. So I kind of get guinea pigs and hermits. Not hermits. That was what I was thinking about before, is a hermit crab. Sure, share your videos with a hermit crab. They're very interesting. I've seen them before. And you can leave a message down below this video. And also, if you want, you can follow me on Instagram, and it's at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So anyway, I am so sorry. Last night, Starlight had such a problem with her computer. I've had people hacking in. I believe they're playing tug of war with who can do what on my computer now. It's really has gotten so bad. So I have to figure this mess out. So I apologize for my video last night where I was not able to edit at all. And I don't know how many times I've tried to re-upload my Adobe Premiere Rush editing software or app or whatever on my computer. And so now this is my third time making the same video. So because I could not, for some reason I'm still having problems with the editing app on my computer to get that sent out. So here I am again. So anyway, what I did make yesterday, and the first time the sound was off, it was an echo. The second time I edited it, but then I couldn't upload it on my other editing app to add my thumbnail and outro on there. So here we go again. This video is really to help people that like Starlight right now. I have to work on this myself. I'm talking about it, but now I actually have to start doing this because I need this. And I love doing this stuff, and it really does. It helps me to, Virgo, well, at least I know I am, a very organized kind of girl. Like, you ask me, like, hey, Starlight, where's this? I know where it is. I don't want to, I've seen people in my past where they never could find anything because they were kind of messy, but then I heard some people that are messy like that, if it wasn't a mess, then they couldn't find stuff. And I don't get that because I love things organized. Everything in my house has a place. It has a home, but that's not what I'm going to talk about. But what I'm going to talk about helps you to be more organized and where you can work on stuff. How many of you have a lot of going on. You know, how many you have a lot of stuff going on, you know, where it can get overwhelming. You know, you got this to do and that to do, and, you know, this and this and this, and it just keeps on going on. And that is why I made a couple of videos yesterday, the same topic. So it's like about the things to do list, you know. So I'm not sure, I might change the title because it's not that catchy to have that. So are you, you know, overwhelmed with all the things that you want to get done, you know? And, you know, in my area, you know, the leaves are starting to fall, you know, so, and here I am wearing long sleeves already. You know, and that's what I did yesterday, is I had a sweater on, you know, even more thicker than this baby, one of my favorites. And I can't believe I'm already, you know, getting my winter clothes out already. I'm like, but hey, it's that time of year, and Starlight likes to be warm. You know, I don't, you know, like if it's cold out, I want to be comfortable. So anyway, yeah, the things to do list, you know, and that's what I have to do. I have to, you know, hey, first I have to make a note saying Starlight, make a things to do list, you know. So I do. I have a lot of stuff in my apartment that I have to do, and you know, so far that I'm aware of, you know, I got to move out of this apartment, and anything could happen, you know, because there's so many things I want to say right now, but I really want to stay on one topic right here. Is you know, I've had to let so many things go in my apartment, and but there's so many things I have to do, you know, so I don't forget, you know. Some of you, I mean, do you have a memory like Starlight has? I mean, whoever worked on my memory before I got back here, they did a heck of a job, you know. So I have been like that, like, you know, I really, like, I want to work on that. My memory's getting better every day. You know, I'm like, yeah, you know, like, you know, you could tell me your name if it's, you know, like, you know, 5 minutes later, I'm like, what was their name? You know, unless it was a, you know, like I would say plain name, like John or Mike, or, you know, like I meet so many Mikes out there. You know, so that would be easy. I'd be, oh yeah, I know a person named, I know too many Mikes, you know, I even have a brother named Mike, you know, like, so anyway, is if you have a hard time remembering things, you know, it's really, 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 really important to make a things to do list, you know, and there's things right now that I have to work on, like when I move out of this apartment, I have to have a things to do list for that. You know, so I have all my ducks in a row, and I can take care of things and, you know, go through this process smoothly. I hope. It's been a rough couple months, you know, so it only can get better, you know, like once you're down to the bottom, you know, there's only one way back up, you know, so that's about this month has been feeling for me. And, you know, like, and I know we all get those days, and, you know, like I went somewhere today, you know, and this is, you know, and I have to say this now is because you might be going through a hard time, you know, like I am going, you know, like I have to be real with you. I am really seriously going through a hard time right now. But, you know, what I've thought of throughout my life, because a long time ago that I thought, wow, I really got it bad. But you know what? There's people that have it way worse than I do. You know, there's people that have to live with pain all the time. You know, I don't have pain in my body. I'm able to function every day. So I'm not here to, I don't want anybody to feel bad for me. It's just I'm stating a fact, you know, that, you know, life can, you know, like, challenge you at times, you know. So, and this is where it's going to make you get stronger and, you know, like to be toughen up and really, you know, like to focus on the things that you need to work on. And that's why it's so important to have a things to do list, so that way everything is in order, you know, like, and that's another thing that I put in the video yesterday is having, you know, there's times that like a things to do list, you kind of have to do things in a certain order sometimes, like, because, you know, like, certain things you got to do first, you know, and then work on the less important things at the end, you know. So like especially if you're talking about the time of year, and if you got to get some things done at a certain time, like people want to get so many things done, like in my area, before, like if you're working on an outdoor project, a lot of people are going to want to get those outdoor projects done before the snow hits. They're not going to want to be out there working in the snow, so that they're going to be pushed hard to do that. And any yard cleanup, like gardening cleanup, if you do that or not, and getting ready for fall when the leaves start falling. And this is exciting time for Starlight, because I love, I love all the seasons, but really, to be honest with you, I do want to move out of my area. I've wanted to do that when I figured when I get younger, that I do want to move out of my area where I don't have the snow so much. So the other thing is, besides having things in order, is, I want to, this is the other reason why I put this in the other videos, is that I also want to, we are the creators of our reality, no matter how ugly it looks or what's going on. We're the ones that are responsible for the way our life is. And sometimes, some things could look a little rocky, but that doesn't mean it's a negative thing. Sometimes, you could be going through something that you feel that is hard, or you might say, oh, that's a horrible negative thing going on right now. But you know what? That's where we're going to grow and learn things, because, in order to grow, you got to go through those tough times like that, because it's going to really see what you're made out of, really. Are you going to, give up and quit, or are you going to, stay firm and hold your ground? And that's where Starlight is. Yeah. Things are shaky right now in my life, but you know what? I am not. I refuse to give up. I've come too far. I feel like I'm halfway there. I hope it's like, like climbing up on a mountain, where there's times I'm like, wow, are we there yet? Wow, and then you think you're on the top, and it's like, you're like, okay, I think I got to the top, especially if you've never been there before. And then, you get there and you think you're on the top, and then you're like, and then you find out as you're walking, it starts going back uphill again, and you're like, oh my, are we there yet? Am I there yet? So you gotta love yourself and accept yourself, even in the negative times. Maybe there's times that you're gonna feel like you're really not, you're doing your best, even though you are. Is it, like I said this before many times, is that there's always room for improvement. That has been one of my little things in my life to say. I let people know, hey, I'm not perfect, and I know I got to work on myself. And so it's good to pay attention to those things, and there's nothing wrong with that, because we all need to work on ourselves somehow or another. But what I was saying earlier is, us being creators of our own reality, is I want to create my future. Like, how do I see myself in 5 years and 10 years? Already in the 5 years, I'm already married. I'm already with my king, my everything. We're already getting to know each other, and like to know what we like to eat, like in Starlight, you don't have to worry about Starlight, because Starlight, like, as long as it's not animals, and if it's healthy, I really got rid of a lot of my junk food, so it's so important to let go of those things. So, have you thought about how you want to see your future? So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to, really, I did this the other day. I had fun with it, is I was making a picture of my dream house. I was having fun. I've been thinking about it. And so that's the thing, is I got to make a things to do list, because there's so many things that I want to work on. I want to write in a notebook, and do different things like journaling and stuff. I desire to do a lot. But by me just talking about it and not putting any action to it, nothing's going to get done. And I understand there's some people out there, they don't want to hear what you're going to do. They want to see what you're going to do. And that is, I get that. I really do. There's a lot of times people like myself that will say, this is what I'm doing, because we're kind of hoping somebody would inspire us to kind of, help us to kind of do those things, so we don't just say it, that is why I do it. I always hey, this is what I desire to do or would like to do, but if I just run my mouth and not do anything, then nothing ever happens. So I could say a whole lot of things that I desire to do, but I'm not gonna. But as far as my future plans, it's a beautiful future that I'm looking at. There's, so it means that I gotta put the work, like I said, I already, I'm working on a picture on Canva on a thumbnail. I already put my house in there. I already have a garden, a beautiful, good-sized garden, and I got some grapes there. And I want a couple ponds, I love water. I love a country house with some water somewhere. I always wanted to live near a lake somewhere, somehow or another, where I can dip in and get wet, I've always been drawn to the water. And it's funny because I'm an earth sign, and my king, my twin flame, is a Pisces sign. So it is kind of funny, a water sign. So anyway, have you thought of how you want to, create your future? What is it, that you desire in life? What is it that you'd, would love to do or enjoy? So there's a lot of things Starlight would love to explore in the world. As far as traveling, and there's 2 places off the bat, that I can think of where I want to travel. Where also I desire, when I get there, is I want to, treat my twin flame, take him somewhere. I don't know where I would take him because he's been so all over the place, but, I would love to be able to treat him, because he's been there for me. He's amazing. So, you could, some people are not into this where, do you want to, be married later on? Do you want to work on yourself and become the greatest version of yourself that you can be? And I know I have a lot of work, so I feel like I'm only in the beginning stages, really, of becoming my greatest version, or being that change in the world. So I know you're going to see my flaws, and I purposely let you see my flaws. Like yesterday, I had a video that I didn't even edit. I couldn't. I tried and tried and tried and tried. I was like the choo-choo train. I think I can, but, it just wasn't happening last night. I really, and I don't really know that I think about that choo-choo train thing, as I know I can, there's things today, I'm see how this works tonight with editing my video. But I am having computer issues. I think that's the problem, people hacking in, and just, it feels like they're having a party on my computer and my devices, so that can trip things up a little. But anyway, take some time, like the kind of guy or girl, what kind of guy or girl, list off the things that are absolutely important to you, and make a list of, have you ever watched the Goofy movie called Weird Science, where they invented a female that came right out of the computer, and they designed her on her body? Of course, it's not really what I'm talking here about. It's not, we're not supposed to really look on the outward appearance, even though people do that. My twin flame, it wasn't, I fell in love with his mind before I fell in love with his outwardness, it's kind of weird how that happened, so it is funny how the universe can do things. Oh, it is not my bedtime, sorry. I woke up really good today. So I've been up out of my bed. I did good. I got got up a little bit later than I wanted to, and I don't reset my alarm clock. It's just that sometimes I'm actually, I know, like, if you're dreaming, you know, like if you just woke up from a dream, which I did, is that I'm like laying there. I know you're not supposed to really move. You're just supposed to kind of think about what you were dreaming about. So sometimes that can actually trip me up, where, you know, I get too comfortable, and I, you know, like where I should have gotten out of bed. So I did watch a great video tonight, which I needed that. Thank you. I needed that, about procrastination, you know. So, you know, we all can kind of do that at times here and there. Anyway, as far as, like, you know, inventing, you know, like the kind of guy or girl, you know, that you desire to be with is, I did that long time ago when I was on a dating app. Of course, that list was too long, and I got really over carried away with that, you know, because I was really inventing a perfect man. You know, oh yes, he's got to be this, he's got to be that. But really, think of all the most important things, like for me now, because my diet has changed, and now I can do whatever I want as far as eating, is that I don't eat animals anymore. You know, so I want to, you know, I desire to definitely be with a man that loves animals, that he doesn't eat them. You know, and I desire a guy that doesn't smoke. Well, actually, I got to focus on what I want. So I desire a man that cares enough about himself, that he's taking good care of himself, and he's eating good. He's, you know, really, because I want this man to be around, you know, like forever kind of thing, you know. So it is really important that, you know, like if you smoke, you know, like, you might, I don't know, do you want somebody that smokes? You know, maybe you want to quit. You know, maybe you should think about quitting, you know, find ways to, you know, to help yourself so you can live longer. Especially, you know, do you have a wife or a husband or kids, you know, where you can be around longer for them, you know, because I do know a man that did pass away because of cigarettes, and he was in the hospital a lot, and he, you know, he was always going around telling people, he cared about people so much, and he really did. He put his neck out on the line for people, and I didn't know he did. He passed away from cigarettes, you know, or alcohol. I desire to go with a man that is not doing those things. You know, I desire a man that's, you know, taking good care of himself, and that he's, not only that, is, that he's not, you know, like I keep on saying not do this and not do that, but, you know, because to me, like when I used to drink, it was a big waste of my money. Wow, 2 glasses of wine a day in a month adds up really quick. You know, it does. It's like, wow, where did all my money go? Or like when I used to smoke pot, you know, I gave pot up, you know. So, sorry, if somebody, like, you know, I just had somebody the other day, you know, like, desiring me, and you know, like, but then they said that they're not going to give up, you know, like their alcohol or their cigarettes, and they're going to do whatever they want. Hey, go for it. You know, like, I'm good, you know, like, I'm not, you know, like, it's good to make sure you get matched up with somebody, you know, and focus on the things that you want and that you desire, you know, and you know, the things that you desire in a guy or a girl, and really the most important things is those are the things that you want to say, hey, if you're not these things, then I'm sorry, but I'm not interested. You want to be really happy with that person, and it goes with as far as also, like, what do they like watching on TV? What kind of music? It's so important. You know, there's some music that would drive me bonkers, like the old country music. I'm not a country girl fan at all when it comes to music. There's even the newer country music, it just doesn't do Starlight any good. I mean, like, I have a hard time with country music, you know, or heavy music, you know. That is, Starlight does not like heavy. I've listened to Metallica before, that or Megadeth. I think that was the hardest, you know, like that I was listening to before, you know. So, and what do you like to do? It's so important to list those things down and make a things to do list, like a what kind of list of, you know, like not a things to do list as far as you know, finding a girl or a guy, but create your future. Like how do you see your future? Name all the things. This is what I desire to have. These are the things that I desire in my life. And you know, like I already said, that I desire to get married, you know, and I already married him I don't know how many times, you know. So see, yeah, see the ring. So I know you're like, there's no ring on there. I know, it's an imaginary one. It's a beautiful one though. So you know, you want to really think about the things that you got to work on, and especially if you're getting ready for the fall time in your area, like in my area where the leaves going to be falling, and you know, other areas, they're, you know, they're getting that beautiful temperature. You know, like, you know, lately in my area, it's been like today, it was a rainy day, you know, and let me see, yeah, I had my raincoat on today, so, and I felt comfy though, so it was probably a little below 70 today in my area. So, you know, it's so important to make those lists, even when you go shopping, you know, just and try to stay on that list. You know, sometimes we go in there, and don't go shopping when you're hungry. You'll be throwing all kinds of goodies in your cart. Oh no. So anyway, I do love you, and I know I can't remember all the other things, but that I mentioned in my last video, except I know, like I said, and oh yeah, I'm sorry, is to have things in order. Like when I actually when I work on the computer, you know, all the problems that I'm having with my computer, I got to figure out, okay, where should I start? What is the very most important thing to work on as far as cleaning up this big, huge mess that somebody made for Starlight? You know, like before, and this is so important, I was trying to fix things, you know, on my devices, well, my device as my phone, in my computer, like, oh, you know, I changed the password, oh, you know, and then they would hack in, and you know, that they've hacked in all these different accounts and all my passwords and my emails, and I'm like, you know, I was just like that little hamster going around in a circle. I think, if I get the name right, guinea pig or hamster, I get those two mixed up. I think it's a hamster that goes around in the wheel, you know, wasting my time away and my energy. I mean, I put so many hours in, you know, like trying to get things fixed, and then, you know, I realized you know, they just went and redid everything all over again on me. Anyway, so I wasted all that time. So now I have to really look at, okay, where should I start? You know, like, because my browser, they hacked in my browser, you know, so I got to get them out of my browser. You know, like, it's like, get out of here, leave everybody alone, you know. So you really do, you want to, certain things on a list that you know, it's kind of like you got to do it in order form. So then you work your way to the most important and down to the least important stuff. So anyway, this will really help you out if you get, like, and this is what I do is, when you think of something that you forget, especially if you have a memory problem, you know, like, is to write it down on a piece of paper if you can, you know, write down, oh yeah, you know, like, I got to do this. I keep on forgetting about this. And that's why it's so important to have those things to do list, you know, and I do that, when I'm out and about. Sometimes I'll think of a title and I'm like, oh, what a great title, what a great topic, you know, like, oh yeah, I can do something with that. And if I don't write it down, then later on I'm like, oh, I thought of something earlier, but I cannot remember, you know. So it is best to just write those things down and put it aside. Don't cover it up though. That way you can work on those things, and it will help you to, you know, like, accomplish things. And then, like, I had lots of lists in here in the springtime and early summer, and then one day I, you know, like, looked at the list and I'm like, wow, I got to mark that off. I did, you know, and I didn't realize how good I was actually really doing on my list, and it felt good. I had to pat myself on the back because I got a lot of those things on that list done, and it's like a, you know, a reward time that I did it. So anyway, I do love you. And I know this is actually a short video for Starlight, and I am hoping I can get this other video out tonight. It was what happened yesterday with the wasp. The wasp nest, you know. So anyway, I do love all of you. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can share it with a friend, a family member, a cat, a dog, a hamster, or a guinea pig. So anyway, is also you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget the notification bell. You can leave a message down below. Whoops, I'm a little crooked here. And you can also follow me on Instagram, and that's at Star1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So anyway, I really hope you get some help. Don't forget, make a note to make a do list, you know. So anyway, I do love all of you. This is Starlight, and this is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.